Ah, what a week it was for the New York Mets. The potential of things unraveling this weekend was great. We began the weekend with Francisco Lindor still struggling. We began the weekend with the Mets down 4-0 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, they had a successful road trip. They did win 4 out of 7. They did get the split in St. Louis after losing the first two, which was important. But they left 17 runners on base on Thursday. So it wasn't like they were still doing everything correctly. They had their problems. Taijuan Walker was absolutely terrific on Thursday. And the Mets got the win. They came home. They were down 4-0. They got it to 4-2. I mean, Gallen with his numerous, and I mean numerous, throws over to first base on a cold night was maddening. Mets were down 4-2. And while everyone else was singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in the 7th inning stretch, something was going on in the Mets clubhouse between McNeil and Lindor. Now, if you buy that raccoon rat story, I mean, come on. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous story. Obviously not the truth. But the single most important at-bat of the season was Francisco Lindor hitting that 2-run homer. Single most important at-bat of the season. No doubt about it. No other way to put it. That was the single most important at-bat of the season. If Lindor pops up there and the Mets lose, the fight becomes the headline. Instead, the Mets' comeback was the headline. Lindor's hit was like a pressure valve, releasing the tension that would have been in that clubhouse had he not gotten that hit. Had he failed. Had the Mets lost. So he comes out with that rat and raccoon story, which is obviously ridiculous. And the media Mets were able to deflect it by using the comeback, the Patrick Mazeika hit. And I hate the official score at Citi Field right now. How do you not call that a hit for Mazeika? I mean, it was a swinging bunt, but the ball was placed in just the right place that it would have taken a perfect play to get Alonso out at home. And he would have had to throw home anyway because of the winning run. There was not going to be a double play. If Mazeika's out at first, Alonso scores the winning run. So that should have been a hit in my book. But anyway, it's not important. The Mets won the game. Patrick Mazeika had his shirt ripped off. You know, Patrick Mazeika is not a Major League player. He doesn't belong on a Major League roster. This guy last year straightened out Jeff McNeil. Hopefully he straightens out Jeff McNeil again. I still don't like Jeff McNeil batting .220. Jeff McNeil, if he goes back to being the Jeff McNeil that sprays the ball around, he could win a batting title. He could win a batting title. So we need him to go back to the Jeff McNeil that we want to see. I mean, let's go. But here's a prediction about Patrick Mazeika. He will never be a regular Major Leaguer. This time up, whenever he goes back to the minors, could be the only time he ever spends in a Major League uniform as a player. But this guy, from what I understand, is a brilliant baseball tactician. And within a few years, he could be a coaching staff or maybe even the manager of the Mets. This guy will one day be a manager of the majors. Mark that down. Patrick Mazeika will one day be the manager of the Mets. But the Mets got that win on Friday night. Of course, this whole weekend was about Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, all the world is spending on you. It just too bad it doesn't come on. It's a bobblehead, not a rotator thing, so it could spin like Wonder Woman. Do that spin. Whee, whee. Anyway, I digress. Mets bullpen has been outstanding. I mean, there is just no word to describe how great the Met bullpen has been so far. I mean, the bullpen has basically kept the Mets in many games. It saved many games, and it got them 2 wins this weekend. Well, 3 wins if you count Sunday, but 2 wins were exclusively done by the bullpen, as they had a bullpen game. Even Joey Lucchesi pitched well out of the bullpen. I mean, that's a friggin' miracle unto itself. Jeurys Familia has been solid all season. Aaron Loup got the win Friday night. Jeurys Familia got a big 5-out save, and he wasn't helped by his defense in the 8th inning, let me tell you. I mean, and in the past, Jeurys Familia would have melted down and the Mets would have lost. But he held on. And then Trevor May, who's been terrific since opening day, he's a disaster, got to save. Sunday, of course, Jacob deGrom, as we mentioned. Hopefully, whatever it is isn't too bad. Maybe they should put him on a 10-day disabled list as a precaution. I mean, we'll know more on Monday. I'm holding my breath because I'm very scared about losing deGrom for a long period of time. I mean, he's such a joy to watch. He didn't even have his best stuff when he got the first 12 batters down today. I mean, that's what Jacob deGrom is all about. Jacob deGrom is just on another world, another level. Jacob deGrom, I mean, just unworldly right now. I mean, there is no debate who the best pitcher in baseball is. It is Jacob deGrom, and it's not even close. So he has to leave in the 6th inning. Miguel Castro comes in, hits the first batter, walks the next batter, but then gets the next 3. Miguel Castro has been outstanding this year. Barnes had a good 7th inning. Mets got 2 runs tacked on. And, of course, that's Asdrubal Cabrera hits a home run. And then that long at-bat by Pavin Smith. Pavin Smith's at-bat was so long, I went to the bathroom with a 1-2 count. And I came out of the bathroom and the motherfucker was still batting. Oh, jeez. So they bring in Edwin Diaz, try to get the 5-out save. He's never been good in 5-out saves. A big key was getting that double play to end the 8th inning. Got the first 2 outs on strikeouts in the 9th. And then pop up and then fucking VR drops the ball. How they call that a fucking hit, I'll never know. And in the past, you know what would happen. Boom! Home run, Met game tie, Mets lose. But there's a little... Edwin Diaz is different this year. Maybe it's that trumpet song. Burn, 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 burn. It feels like there's like an electricity going through Citi Field when he comes on the field with that. Burn, 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 burn. I mean, it felt electric with 8,000 people. Can you imagine what it'll be like in the playoffs with a full house? I mean, it almost like takes your breath away. Hopefully, we actually get a chance to see that.